America's newest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, has been deployed for the first time amid rising tensions in the Pacific and uncertainty about the role the shipping giant will play in future warfare. The $13.3 billion, Ford is the largest and most expensive warship ever to sail. It has a 5-acre flight deck and new technology that aims to make it the most powerful ships in the world through the 2050 and beyond. It houses 4 squadrons of fighters and a host of support and tactical aircraft, more than 60 aircraft in total, though it can accommodate up to 90. Its air power outnumbers that of at least 60 nations, and it carries more stealth fighters than the entire Russian armed forces. The Ford stands more than 9 stories above the waterline and displaces 97,000 tons. That's 32,000 tons heavier than the largest warships of World War II, but big doesn't mean slow. Powered by a pair of advanced A-1B nuclear reactors, the ship has nearly 3 times the power of America's existing supercarriers, about 300 megawatts of electrical power in total, according to the Navy. Seeing it on the water is like watching a block of New York City speed by at 34 miles per hour. The Ford and its sister ships have a range of anti-missile defenses, but none will protect them in a prolonged battle against China's latest weapons. To maintain dominance in the Pacific, if only to keep its ships afloat, the Navy is turning to a new technology that has been out of reach for decades: lasers. The benefits are tantalizing. Powered by a vast fuel source, the Ford's massive nuclear reactors fit the bill. Lasers fire at the speed of light, negating the speed of hypersonic weapons. They can be quickly refueled to fend off swarms of drones. And they don't require a supply of ammunition, giving the ships a nearly limitless range of fire. At least, that's the Navy's hope. Defense contractors have recently tested low-power lasers. One even shot down a drone earlier this year, but reliable lasers with enough power to deter hypersonic missiles are still a long way off. Even so, the Pentagon is bullish on the emerging technology, so much so that this year it canceled research into 2 other promising weapons: a railgun and a guided projectile launched from a special weapon, GLGP, that it hoped would defend its fleet against modern weapons. With those projects shelved, the question is, can the Navy develop the technology quickly enough to thwart the threat before it's too late? Currently, the USS Gerald R. Ford sails with a so-called carrier strike group, a fleet of 10 or more cruisers, destroyers, and frigates, and sometimes a submarine or 2. At least 2 of those ships specialize in air defense, usually Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers. These ships provide the first layer of protection against enemy attacks by using powerful onboard radars to detect targets more than 200 miles away. The ships are armed with surface-to-air missiles and the Navy's Phalanx CIWS close-in weapon system, which operates a radar-guided 6-barreled 20mm Gatling gun that fires 500 rounds per minute. The gun is nearly identical to the big guns fired by American fighter jets, such as the F-16. The laser beam doesn't explode when it hits its target. Instead, it generates intense heat. At lower output power, the laser can confuse a drone's optical sensors. Increase the power, and the laser will burn a hole in it. Essentially, a laser converts energy into ammunition. Powered by a nuclear reactor like the one on the Ford, a laser could potentially fire thousands or even tens of thousands of times at incoming ammunition. And because the laser beam travels at the speed of light, it can track and target unpredictable weapons like China's hypersonic DFZF better than conventional missiles. The gunner doesn't have to point at the target and anticipate its location as they do now. The Navy installed its first permanent laser on a destroyer, the Arleigh Burke-class Prebola-class. Developed by Lockheed Martin, the weapon has a 60-kilowatt output that is integrated into the ship's advanced AEGIS radar and weapons control system. The Navy calls it Helios, or High Energy Laser with Integrated Optical Surveillance and Dazzler System, HES. The Navy's contract with the developer calls for at least 1 more of the $105 million lasers, with an option to buy up to 9 in total. Future versions could be even more powerful.
Country control.
Lockheed Martin says the weapon could eventually be upgraded to 150 kilowatts, but even at that power, it would be most useful against drones and small surface ships. To stop a barrage of cruise missiles or hypersonic weapons hurtling toward the Ford at Mach 5 or faster, the Navy needs something much more powerful. To thwart cruise missiles, the Navy estimates it would need at least a 300 kilowatt T laser. The lasers must fire with enough intensity to quickly burn through these heat-resistant materials. The Pentagon, which has invested billions of dollars in aircraft carriers, the technology can't come fast enough. Warships like the Ford are more vulnerable than they've been. The fate of the world's most powerful Navy could be decided by a single, well-aimed hypersonic shot. They're throwing their weight behind lasers, betting that they can develop the science fiction technology into a powerful,